Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle is a cooperative deck building game. What that means is everyone starts with a small deck of 10 cards. They'll deal themselves 5 and use those 5 cards to both attack and to purchase more cards which will come into their deck. Those cards will then gradually add up to the deck and build the deck, thus the name. And so in future turns, when they deal themselves another 5 cards, etc., those cards will work their way through their deck, making it a much more powerful deck for them to be able to battle their villains and buy more cards. This is a older mechanism that was discovered or brought to the fore by Dominion. So if you've played Dominion, you'll be able to play Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle with zero problem at all. If you've never played a deck builder, this isn't a bad one to go. Now, a few months back, I did a video for the Back to the Future game. I stated in that video that the first red flag I have on any game is if it is based on an IP. Now this is definitely, Harry Potter is definitely based on an IP that we all know and love. This game pretty much breaks that mold. It has managed to become a good working game that is accessible to non-gamers as well as a fun game for people who are gamers. If you go into the video, you'll see me, or videos, you will see me working through the first game, or part of the first game. There are 7 games in the box. The first game is really straightforward and simple, and look, honestly, it may even come across as a little bit boring. Just watch it and see for yourself, see what you think. But I've got to step back to when I first played Dominion. My first play of Dominion, I just found it boring. I was just going through the motions of, okay, I use this card to get that card. Okay, that's great. That's come through my hand again. Okay, I can chain these together. And I was just going through the motions. That's actually the feeling a little bit that I find on the first game of Harry Potter. But when you get through to the 3rd, 4th, 5th game, they start getting a little bit more intricate because each game adds a few more rules, adds a few more cards, adds a few more hurdles that you're going to have to get over through the game. That gradual build up of the game is actually what makes this a good game. I do think that they have not quite got across the line. There's some little elements that could be a bit more gamey, but you know what? For an IP game that is deck building, 2 things that I'm not the hugest fan of, I really enjoyed this game. I did find, I'll say that up front, we've played through all 7 games. I've only been defeated on this game 1 time. Now, every game we've had has been 2 players. So I have a feeling, and this is something that I convey a lot in my blog, that on cooperative games, if you're playing with 2 players, they're quite a lot easier than if you play with the maximum player count. This is a 4-player game. I haven't played this before yet, but I'm pretty sure when I do play it with 4, we'll find it a lot more challenging. Have a look at it. It's worthwhile. Look, even just the box itself, it's a really wonderful design. When you take the lid off, the first thing you see, I really love this, is that's the back of the game board. See, there's the board all folded up. Little details like that really make a game worthwhile for me. I really like that. If you are a fan of Harry Potter, it is super thematic with using the spells that we know and love from the movies, using the villains that we know and love from the movies, and it's good to see them coming through, and your friends and allies and all the little things that come up in each movie appear and come through the game and as cards that we can use to our advantage or that are going to attack us a lot. It really sits within that world well. I'm going to throw a spoiler alert. I'm assuming everyone's seen all the movies by now. There's a moment in the final movie during the final battle where Harry's running through and he throws spells left, right and centre that are callbacks of previous movies. The spells that he had to build up to be able to do in the previous movies. He just does them bang, 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 bang. Once you get to the 7th game on this, it actually feels kind of like that. You're using spells from previous movies. You're using these easy spells and just throwing them through, and you're looking at them going, oh, that's a bit meh, it's a bit meh. Whereas in the first game, it was actually a really cool thing to get what that card did, the benefits that card gave you. By the 7th game, those benefits are so inconsequential. And I kind of like that ties in really nicely. I'm not sure if it's intentional, but it works really well. The one thing that bugs me in this game is that there's no flow on from game to game. With the prevalence of the legacy system games, you would expect that a game like this that actually has each of the games within the game box has its own separate little box. So this is the box for game 4. You're not going to open this till you start game 4, and usually what it will say is to shuffle the cards from this one into the game 1, 2 and 3 cards. But you still start with that initial deck. That doesn't quite add up to me. In the movies, they already have the knowledge. They can already do the stuff. They don't have to build themselves up again. I'm not sure on the exact way they could have got around that from game to game without making the villains super, super hard. But it feels like you're back to square one every game. Look, for the first couple of games, I get it, that's fine. But when you get to game 7, you shouldn't be having to work hard to pick up the cards that you got in game 1. It's I don't know, that's the only thing in this game that bugs me a little bit. I'll get over it and I'll still play it and I'll enjoy the game, but it bugs me just a little bit. So anyway, look, I hope my videos help you get Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle to the table. If you've got any comments or suggestions, please write them below. Please subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at the Gamesplainer to see what games I'm playing. Check out my blog, thegamesplainer.wordpress.com, to read about the games that I'm playing each week. If you've got any games that you wish to be gamesplayed, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. And until next time, enjoy gaming.